All right, everybody, welcome. As you can see, we have 40 seconds before we get ready to start this show. So if you are chiming in, go ahead and put your city and state in the chat space and let us know where it is that you are tuning in from. Oh, I got the echo on, but okay. But y'all go ahead and let us know where you're tuning in from. What is your city and state? We have 20 seconds left before the show starts. Hello, everybody, to Ria Vision Avant, and welcome here with Book Profits Club. I am here to help authors that are speakers, coaches, and network marketers truly learn what it takes so that they can get the bag. So I'm super excited to have you guys here. We are streaming literally all over the place. So let us know where you guys are watching, and also put in the chat space what city and state. We have Karen Larkin out of Midgeville, Texas. Midgeville, Texas. Lord Jesus, not Midgeville, Texas, child. Hold on. Let me put the word. I want y'all to see the font, so let me change it to white so y'all can see. Okay, Karen Larkin out of Midgeville, Georgia. She is a part of the BPC family. Hello, Karen. We also have Chris out of St. Martin, Louisiana. Hello, hello. We have Coach Pat out of South Brunswick, New Jersey. Now, if you are in a Facebook group, unfortunately, I think sometimes with some of the Facebook groups, it does not let us see your name. So we have Beaumont, Texas, that is on the line. I don't know what your name is, so put your name in there as well so that we can definitely shout you out. Well, listen, guys, I'm so excited because we have an incredible guest here today. This is our very first interview of 2023. And what we're doing here is we're highlighting our Book Profits Club members. These are individuals who are authors, but they are also speakers or coaches in their own right, and they're here to help impact the world, leveraging their books one person at a time, okay? So I am so excited about our guest interview because not only is she a part of our Book Profits Club family, but she is one of our Inner Circle members. In fact, not only is she an Inner Circle member, but this is her second year around, and I am so excited. She actually was introduced to us through our 3-day boot camp that we used to do, and she wrote her book, and now she is leveraging her book and helping individuals. In fact, you know what? Let me just go ahead and give you her quick bio so y'all can get to know who we talking about here. We have Dr. Kameika Hinson, who, despite many roles as a medical laboratory scientist and grief coach, y'all, she has also now set herself on the space of helping individuals to write books, okay? But the one role she's always wanted to play was that of a mother. Guys, however, her motherhood dream was halted when she was diagnosed with polycystic, hopefully I'm saying that right, ovary syndrome. In 2017, Kameika she was really able to work that out, y'all. She has an amazing story, which you guys will hear. But Kameika actually became pregnant in 2017 and unfortunately losing her baby due to a miscarriage. Although heartbroken, her calling from God to help others had became clear at that point. A highly driven woman who was born to break barriers, y'all, she proves that when powered by purpose, women are unstoppable. Y'all, she is the author of I Lost My Baby and Now It's Time to Find My Mind. She is also the CEO of Grief Release Publishing Incorporated, where she teaches women who have had pregnancy or infant loss how to properly grieve and heal through writing. You guys, today she personifies what it is meant to ascend above adversity while inspiring others to do the same. Y'all, hey, everybody, I want you to give it up for Dr. Kameika Hinson. Yes! Honey, who are we talking about? I mean, well, first of all, let me just tell you, Dr. Kameika, what a story you have, and I am so excited to have you here. So grateful for you just entrusting, with us here with Book Profits Club and just plugging in. But real quick, I know that I didn't give you due justice in reading that bio. I would love for you real quickly to just share with everybody a little bit about who you are and how we actually got here today, interviewing you about not just your book, but also your brand new publishing company that you've launched.
Well, like you said, I knew that I wanted to be a mother, and I had a miscarriage. I did what I had to do to get pregnant, and I had a miscarriage, and I decided to turn that into my purpose. Well, I started out in my church as a support group, and now I'm helping other people to publish their stories because when I went through my miscarriage journey, I found that it was such a taboo subject that nobody really wanted to talk about it. So I made it my mission to change that. And I think that I'm doing that with my publishing business right now.
Amen. Absolutely. I know you are. And that's, with the topic such as that, I know that it's definitely something that, a lot of women may not necessarily want to talk about. It sometimes could even be, feel a little embarrassing. But I think that it's so powerful that you have decided to create something connected directly to what you've experienced. So you have your company and you are the CEO of Grief Release Publishing. So I want you real quick, and I'm reading my questions. What impact do you actually really want to make with helping women to write these books? And even if it's some men that, are dealing with grief, what impact do you want to make on this world?
The impact that I really want to make is to actually change the trajectory of how grief and mental health is viewed in the Black and Brown community. Um, I feel that so many people suffer in silence, especially in my community. We suffer in silence. We're told to go to God, pray about it, and we feel embarrassed. We feel ashamed to actually admit that we're having mental health issues. And I actually want to change that because just because you're grieving, it does not mean that you're crazy. And in order for us to change that, we have to bring light to it and attention to it. So that's exactly what I plan to do.
That is so good. And listen, y'all, we do have to bring light to it. We got to be willing to talk about it. Like you said, it's very quick for people to just try to sweep it under the rug or throw a scripture at us. And we like, man, this is not how we heal. And so now you've decided that you're going to help other individuals to actually write these books because you wrote a book. So if you could tell us a little bit about your book that you wrote, which has now inspired you to be able to do this for women.
The book that I wrote, okay, I lost my baby and now it's time to find my mind. This is actually my first solo book. I did some anthologies before this. And what made me want to write this book is I wanted to actually sit down and write out the steps. Write out the steps that I took to help me regain my mental clarity. Because I felt that me telling my story, okay, yeah, that's my story. But what did I do to get to where I am today? That's what people really want to know. And I decided to do that in my book.
That's good. Absolutely. We talk about that all the time. It's one thing, of course, to share our story, right? And all of us have a story. By the way, for those of you watching in the chat, if you got a story to tell, I want you to type it in the chat. I want you to say, I have a story to tell, right? But if all of us have a story to tell. But the thing that a lot of people also miss is, well, how did you overcome these things? And I think that's what's so powerful about what it is that you're doing. So you are also a grief relief coach, and so you help individuals, of course, to get through these grieving moments, and then also, of course, publishing. What tools and resources do you provide for your clients to help them overcome these challenges?
Okay, so I'm in the process of creating my grief release journal.
Ooh, very
I'm
nice.
I'm so proud of this journal because my journal is it used to be um, my program, but now I'm gonna do it as a journal. I
Mm.
just change that whole thing and make it into a journal so that I could make it more affordable and help people to just get their thoughts out there. But when I was going through my journey and people would come to me, I found that the number one thing that people were dealing with the most was guilt. So I took the acronym of guilt and I turned each letter into something that was positive. And that is actually what I teach on and that's what I'm going to teach on in my journal.
Okay, good. So, listen, y'all, and then we got a lot of people that are chiming in as well. So, real quick, matter of fact, we're going to do something real special because I do want to shout everybody that is watching right now. We have a lot of our BPC family on the line, but also we have Tasha out of Tasha or is it Tasha or Tasha? I'm sure it's I don't know, but tell me the phonetics, right? So Tasha or Tasha out of Knoxville, Tennessee, Shelly Lee out of Beaumont, Texas, and Karen, we're always excited to have you. We have Tiffany here. Tiffany says, I have a story to tell, a part of the BPC family. Daria here out of Northern California, part of the BPC family. Look at that. Mary Thomas out of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Welcome. VA757. That's where I'm originally from. Hello. Okay, we are so excited to have you. But real quick, as Dr. Kameika is here, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Taria Vision Avant here. And listen, real quick, I am here to serve speakers, coaches, network marketers that are authors, or you're working on your book to help grow your business. Did you know that 80% of most authors, regardless of what they do, are making less than $10,000 a year? Yes, so that means speakers, 80% of them making less than $10,000. Coaches, 80% of them. Network marketers, 80% of them are making less than $10,000 a year. Well, that's where I come into play. My goal is to show you how to leverage your book and build a business that generates $10,000 a month, week, or day. Register for my free masterclass, my 10K master plan, by going to www.10kbook.com. 15 to 30 minutes of action-packed information. Seriously, you don't want to miss it. Register right now. Go to 10kbook.com. Get access to this masterclass. It's going to change your life. And I got a little bonus for you at the end. All right, let's get back to this interview. So listen, so we're back, y'all, and I'm so excited. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we have Dr. Kameika Hinson, who is the founder and CEO of Grief Release Publishing, and she is a grief release coach. You gotta say that quickly, but that's actually not nothing to laugh about because the topic itself is definitely something that is super serious. But I love so much about Dr. Kameika is just she has the most bubbly personality, and I always know that when she's doing what she's doing this carefully. She knows that there are people out here that truly need their help or need her help with being able to handle grief, which is why not only does she provide the grief relief coaching, but also the publishing for those of you who want to be able to write your book. So let's bring Dr. Kameika back on the line. Yes. All right. So Dr. Kameika, thank you so much for being here. We are so grateful to have you here. So now let's talk a little bit about just dealing with infant loss and pregnancy. Well, first of all, doing what you had to do to become pregnant, right? Because you actually had to do some additional things in order to make that happen. And then also dealing with the infancy loss. So what tips can you give to someone who right now is dealing with that? And believe it or not, Dr. Kameika, I actually know personally at least 4 people who've gone through that within the past year. Well, I would say 12 months. And so what can someone do right now that's dealing with what you had to overcome?
The number one tip that I can give you right now is to allow yourself to grieve. A lot of people don't allow themselves to grieve. They don't want to sit and feel all of their feelings. They don't want to be sad. They want to work. I know I went to work the next day. And I'm like, this is not good. Give yourself time to grieve. Feel your feelings. It's okay to not be okay. Give yourself permission to grieve. It's okay to be selfish. You can practice self-care. You can do whatever you have to do to get yourself together. Go to the spa, get your nails done, do whatever you have to do. It is okay. This is your journey and your journey alone. Don't let anyone put their timeline on your grief. Tip number 3. I could go on and on with the tips now. Tip number 3, join a support group. I know that they can be few and far between, but join a support group. The statistics for women who have experienced pregnancy or infant loss is 1 in 4. That's 25% of women. But they don't talk about it. So it can be hard to find, but they are out there. And if you can't find anybody else, contact me. I'm here. I'm here to listen. And the last tip that I would give is to show gratitude. You've got to learn to be grateful for the things that you do have and stop worrying about the things that you don't have or the things that you lost. Because I know that you may not want to hear it at the moment, but all things happen for a reason.
Absolutely. And shout out to everybody. Tiffany says, wow, great tips. I love it. Let me put it on the screen. And Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills says, hey there, this is so incredible. And so thank you so much. I mean, listen, gratitude is so important to have. It's so important to have, being able to just be in a space and also understanding that, life is going to be lifing all the time, right? And all of us have to go through this range. So I'm so grateful for what it is that you're doing. Now, as one of the things that we teach to leverage your book. So you have this amazing book that you have written, and we would love to hear a little piece from the book, baby. So if you could, Kameika, show everybody the book. Make sure you put the book in the screen. We want to see it. Let's see it. Ooh, look at that, honey. Wait a minute. Now let them see the back tats. There it is. All right. You see that, honey. Fabulously. It's a beautiful book. So real quick, Kameika, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you so you can read a little bit from this incredible, powerful book.
Okay. So the insert that I'm going to read is from the chapter called Share Your Story. The subchapter, The Purpose of My Pain. God made you endure so much pain because there's favor in your life, and God saw fit to choose you to advance his kingdom. God chose you to endure what you endured so that you can overcome it and therefore instruct other people on how to overcome it. Your pain is not about you. Think about the pain that Jesus Christ endured on the cross. He endured all of that pain for the sins of everyone else that lived after him. Pain is a sign of God's love for you. Finding purpose in your pain is a central part of healing and growth. Your pain can also deepen your compassion and empathy for others. I thank God for my pain, because had I not endured a miscarriage a long time ago, I would not be sitting here writing this book about how to cope, heal, and flourish after enduring a miscarriage.
Honey, your dog even said, that was good, mommy. Wait a minute, girl. That was some good content. That was right on key, right? I see your baby in the background like, get it, mommy. Listen, Kameika, that was powerful. Man, I know that there's so many people that need this book. And I'm just going to encourage anybody that's watching this broadcast, if you know anyone who has dealt with or is even just dealing with grief, Like, guys, plug them into this video, tag them into this video so that they can be plugged in, because you are helping individuals to write their books. You're helping individuals, if they don't want to write their books, you also have a program just helping you to heal through it all, right? So if you could, real quick, tell us, what can we expect from your brand in the near future? What things you got going on, cooking up your
Woo!
sleeve, girl? What you
Oh
got?
my goodness. I have so much. Woo. I'm okay. With my um core item, well, with my 5-day challenge, which is my Guilt to Greatness program, I am also going to be releasing my candle line, my grief release candle line. I am so proud of my candle line. Oh my God, they smell so amazing. I can't wait. But that's in the works. And of course, my collaboration project. And if you want to do your own book, it's going to be sort of like a boot camp thing. And I am going to do my second annual Growing from Grief Summit.
Okay, Summit. So you got your second annual. I don't even. That's good to hear, girl. Listen, okay. Don't worry about your dog, Chad. Listen, Crown be in the background all the time, letting everybody know he does have a presence and that he owns the house. But second annual Growing from Grief Summit. I'm super excited about that, as well as the publishing. And then yes, we're going to be doing a collaboration book. You and I are partnered together on that for anybody who is dealing with healing from grief. Okay, so make sure that you guys plug in. Now, of course, I got to plug the family. Of course, I've been talking about the Book Profits Club family that's watching, but you've been a part of Book Profits Club now for well over a year plus. And I would say, first of all, you are a part of our Inner Circle program. So this is our higher program, higher investment program. And Kameika actually renewed her membership to be a part of the program for another 12 months. What has being a part of Book Profits Club done for you?
Being a part of Book Profits Club and the Inner Circle has changed my entire life, has changed my business. Oh my goodness. So much happened within the last year. I had no other choice but to read it. I mean, my business went from no business to, oh my God. I've been in so many publications. Oh my goodness. I've spoken on so many stages. It's been unreal. It's been unreal. It's a good overwhelm. I love it. I'm proud.
Well, honey, listen. All I can tell you is that what we did last year, we about to supersede that by tenfold. So I just, just get ready. And I love to hear that it's a good overwhelming, because we want to make sure that we overwhelm you with what it is that you need to grow. And so, Dr. Kameika Hinson, now real quick, I know you got something to give everybody. What can they get? A gift? Because we always make sure we offer something in exchange for anybody. So what is your gift, and tell us how they can get it?
My gift to you is 8 tips to help you release your grief. And you can get this checklist. You can go to www.griefreleasechecklist.com and just download your checklist. And also, if you want to speak with me, you can also book a call. Sure can.
So listen, you guys, grief release checklist. If you know anybody who's dealing with it, okay, doesn't even have to be just from a baby, but of course, if this is something that is very, very prevalent in our community that we need to start talking about and just not sweeping it. So if you know anybody right now who is dealing with it, a woman, even a maybe a man, and he's dealing with that too, because that's still some challenges, right? Please let them know to go to griefreleasechecklist.com. Dr. Kameika, any last imparting words that you want to leave on our amazing audience that's watching today?
I would just like to say that I am so excited I'm so honored to be a part of Book Profits Club. Listen, y'all, I just want to put that out there. If you're thinking about joining Book Profits Club, just go ahead and do it, because it is amazing. You see me, I am the most introverted person that I know. And look at me now. That's all that's all I want to say. I just want to give shouts out to Book Prophets Club. I'm just saying.
Well, Dr. Kameika, thank you so much. Everybody, make sure that you go ahead and get her checklist. If you're dealing with any kind of grief, of course, we want you to plug in. Of course, she targets and works specifically with women and men who have lost a child. But if you are dealing with grief, period, all of us need to have this checklist. It's not something that we need to ignore. We need to make sure that we are paying attention to what's going on with ourselves so that we can be productive in here. I am so grateful for every one of you guys. We have so many people that are from the Book Prophets Club family watching. Of course, we have individuals who are not a part of it. I know y'all like, what is this whole Book Prophets Club? Listen, all you got to do is register for this free masterclass right here, which will get you more details. But make sure that you plug into what Dr. Kameika has going on. Other than that, you guys, my name is Taria Vision Avant. It's been a privilege and a pleasure. I pray that you guys had an incredible time with us today. And guess what? We're going to see you on the next interview. Until then, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Deuces.